So last weekend was Malta Comic Con 2015. I went for one day. I actually managed to budget well, and I got 12 comics. So I'm trying to read as much comics as possible, and so I'm doing um, one comic a day. I started last Sunday, and I have already read 3 comics, and this is my review of them. The first comic that I read was actually the last that I bought. I got it with my last bit of money. It's called Futuria by Valia Kapadai and Pavlos Pavlidis, and they are Greek artists. And this is kind of innovative, and that's why I bought it. First of all, it's a one shot. It's with a female main character. It looked futuristic, and also it is a comic about a play that is went global basically. And I didn't know what it was about, but I read it. It basically, let me read it to you. In a galaxy far away from here, there is a land called Futuria, where people and robots live peacefully together. In Futuria, there is a king who has forced strict rules upon the citizens, thus making the everyday life of everyone very quiet, ordinary, and controlled. One day, something upsets this normalcy. Avriana 245 minus suddenly stops working and goes outside to dance in the rain. In Futura, it was forbidden to go out during working hours, and especially when it was raining. From this moment forward, our heroine embarks on a great adventure, in the course of which she meets Robert, the inventor of the time machine. So it sounds really promising, and the art is just amazing. Let me show you. It's very bright. Overall, I gave this 3 out of 5 because although the story was okay, the end was really abrupt and confusing. The art is amazing though. So plot, I'm sure it's a great play, but it was too short to be a comic. It needed more pages, I think. But it's an indie comic that I would suggest if you like dystopians and really like the art style. So my second comic was Icarus by Samuel Malia, a Maltese artist, and this was his thesis. Basically, it's a rendition of the Icarus myth, but it's not a like Icarus and Daedalus did this and then that, etc. It's more, my interpretation is that this is the feeling that you get from being in the situation that Icarus was in. The art style is a lot like this. You have a lot of lines and patterns, and I found 2 elements in the patterns: shadows and wind, which are 2 main areas or keys in the plot. It's sort of like the feeling of being boxed in, and then the character goes out. There is no face, so it could be anyone. But then that freedom boxes the character in again, and the character falls. It's very interpretative, but unlike the first one, I was expecting it to be interpretative, because if you look at the art style, you get that it's not going to be like a plot where one thing follows another. It's more about the emotion that you feel. The third one I have just finished. It's called Sorry I Can't Take Your Call Right Now, but I'm Off Saving the World, and it's edited by Cleodna. Hope I said that right. It's an Irish anthology. All the artists were given this prompt, the title, and they did something with it. It's in the memory of the editor's father, and it, the money goes to Goal, an international development organization. Um, so, because it's an anthology, I feel like I should. Sometimes I feel like I should review all the stories, but I cannot do that. Overall, I enjoyed it. I would perhaps give it 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't that wow, but some stories were really intriguing, and it's amazing to see how different artists interpret the same one in styles and in plot. Some of my favorites were this one, which is the first one, and it's about um, orphans in Kenya. And also the second one I liked. Look at these art, because there is gardening in it. The background is ferns. I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the message of the story. Let me read you the last sentence that is uttered. Seems to me words the same size no matter where you're standing, because there was someone really pretentious that was saying, oh, traveling is so great, and I get that, I like to travel, but someone that is at peace where they are in one location is also just as valid. You don't have to travel to be great or have a good life or happiness, and I really enjoyed it. There were some about cheating and a father that is cheating on his wife, where his child thinks he's a superhero. Of course, because of the title, there were a lot of superheroes in the story. There were very different styles, from anime, from manga looking stuff to cartoons. There was one with aliens. There was some that is like a shot in the moment and nothing else is explained. There were some with background stories. Um, there was some about plants and a lot about um, apocalyptic scenarios and crime and simple mistakes in lives. There was this one, which is like a one page, and it's like about how you can save the world but with simple things. And yeah, and also the artist did did art of her father in pages that would otherwise have been empty. So overall, I gave this 4 out of 5. Um, I will leave all the links that I can find. Some of these, like Futuria, was released last month. This one was released last weekend in Malta. This one is a bit older, but I'm not sure if you can buy it online. I think so, but I'm not sure about international ones. I'm doing these reviews also because I think it's good to give exposure to independent or small artists that otherwise you would not know about. Um, so yeah, let me know if you enjoyed any of these or would like to read them. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. I will see you another time, hopefully. Hey, what was the other one? Technique?